2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion late at night. The drive was about 2 hours, and I hadn't stayed over because I needed to be back for work the next day. Most of the route was lined with dense bushes and trees of kind that looked straight out of a horror movie. After about 45 minutes, I started feeling incredibly tired. You know how exhausted sometimes hits you all at once? Yeah, that. I knew I wouldn't last much longer, but there was nowhere that felt safe enough to stop and rest. Eventually, it became obvious I wasn't going to find a good spot, and the fatigue wasn't letting up. So I made a questionable choice. I pulled over onto the grass behind some bushes, trying to hide my car from anyone passing by. The road wasn't completely deserted. I still passed another car every few minutes. I glanced at the clock 11:22 and drifted off. Sometime later, a scratching sound woke me. The clock read 11:50. The noise stopped after a few seconds, and since I was still bone-tired, I didn't investigate. I just went back to sleep. The next time I woke, it was to the same scratching. But now, it was 12:40 and this time, it didn't stop. My first thought was that it might be an animal, but why would it come back almost an hour later? I glanced at my rearview mirror and caught a brief glimpse of something darting into the forest. That's when an old urban legend popped into my... Had you know? The one about the hook-handed killer who scratches a car before murdering the guy who gets out to check. Nope, not tonight. I started the engine and got moving. About 100 yards ahead, I came to a bend in the road end there. On the shoulder was a car with its driver's door wide open. I slowed, curious, but there was no one inside. I checked my rearview mirror, nothing until suddenly, a man came sprinting around the corner. He started shouting at me, "Hey, you, get the fuck out of your car now!" I slammed the gas and tore off into the night. I never saw him again. Moral of the story, never sleep on the side of a deserted road. Ever.